culture. So we have a segment called Keep It Moving. If you want to discuss the topic, you say hit the brakes. If you don't, you say keep it moving, and we'll keep it moving. Are you ready,
cool.
Mr. Rose?
Let's get it.
The Seahawks are in need of a new linebacker. Keep it moving or hit the brakes?
Keep it moving.
Okay.
Jalen be moving up. Jacoby moving. You know we keep it moving up.
Jon Gruden has some thoughts about Khalil Mack.
Hit the brakes.
Jon Gruden realized that Khalil Mack has now had a sack and a fumble in 4 straight games, and he was in front of reporters when he learned this information, and he was shocked by it. What does that tell you about where Jon Gruden's head's at?
Well, a couple of things. Like, there is something to be said for coaches, not only in college football and the NFL, who seem to live in this level of isolation where they're only focused on their team, they're only focused on the moment, they're only focused on the next game. That happens. But since he's the coach of the Oakland Raiders, and they traded arguably the best defensive player in the game, he clearly has to know how he's doing in his new situation.
I'm starting to feel bad for Jon Gruden. It's obviously gotten off to a bad start in Oakland. And here's the thing. He's just like, look, I just got here. I want to tailor this roster to my strengths. I want to have some flexibility when it comes to the salary cap. I don't want to tie up all of our money on this one defensive player, albeit a great defensive player, but I want to have some flexibility when it comes to the roster next year. I want to sort of make this my team. I feel like that's what was going on in his head. And now, after some losses, some bad losses, the perception is that Jon Gruden made a whole mess of the Oakland Raiders situation. But I understand his thinking. Do you feel bad for Jon Gruden?
I got love for him personally, but in this dynamic, I don't, because it's all about identity. And what the Raiders did, and it's going to be interesting to see if it comes back to bite some other teams, when you invest that level of finance in the quarterback position, because they did give Carr $100 million, like my Lions did for Matthew Stafford. We saw this happen with Joe Flacco. It's tough to build your roster out. Khalil Mack defensively gave you an identity. He is the lead at his position, unlike Carr. And therefore, Mitchell Trubisky all of a sudden looks like a new player. Did he have 6 touchdown passes
Who
this
knows,
past
who
weekend?
knows who Mitchell Trubisky is?
Correct.
Let's move on. Keep it moving. Major League Baseball is being a little bit self-aware and having some fun with themselves. Keep it moving or hit the brakes.
You know what? For this one, I want to hit the brakes.
Oh, you want to hit the brakes? Oh, that's nice. Well, Major League Baseball came out with an advertisement that sort of pokes themselves, a little fun at themselves and the unwritten rules that they live by and being against bat flips and being so traditional. Do you think this is a step forward for Major League Baseball to earn some younger fans?
Major step forward, and the thing I appreciate the most about it is, one, it was done on social media. For those that don't understand how baseball operates, they really don't share clips in that space, which is almost archaic. Number 2, the person that they had do it, Junior, King Griffey, who was only criticized for, let me see, what did he do so bad when he played? Oh, he had the nerve to wear his hat backwards.
Jalen Rose, there's some online images that have leaked of some special alternate Miami Heat uniforms. Keep it moving or hit the brakes.
Keep it moving.
Okay. They're pink.
Jalen be moving up. Jacoby moving.
Like
you know
Miami
we keep
Vice.
it moving up.
Apple has some brand new emojis. Keep it moving or hit the brakes.
You know what? I probably should get in front of this. Hit the brakes.
You want to hit the brakes?
Yeah.
Wait a second. You want to get in front of this? So Apple is releasing a brand new sort of like line of emojis. They're always coming up with new emojis, right? You say that you don't use emojis, right?
The only people that I've used emojis with are my wife and my daughters.
Okay, that's a lie.
Oh, and 100.
Then you use the 100 emoji in basically every single text.
Gotcha.
You do use emojis.
That's the one I use.
Every single, instead of a period at the end of a sentence, you write 100. Even if you're disrespecting me, you're like, yo, you're late. Where are you at? 100. It's like, no, that's not 100. Moving on. An NBA player called himself unguardable.
Hit the brakes.
A gentleman by the name, me and you know who he is. He had a great year last year. Spencer Dinwiddie. maybe the most notable player on the Nets, said that he's unguardable. Do you see this as just confidence of a professional athlete, or is this sort of a violation? You should kind of like, until you're up in the upper echelon, all NBA, all-star level, you probably shouldn't say something like this.
See, this is the difference in like basketball versus sports that are fatally physical, like football, like MMA, because in theory, this ideology is what you need to perform, but failing isn't painful.
Oh, okay.
So I can feel in my mind that whoever's the defensive player of the year is in front of me. It's a 50-50 chance when I shoot the ball, in theory, whether it's going to go in or not. It's almost like a true or false. So I have no problems with an NBA player that is really good offensively.
A lot of people, if you're just a casual NBA fan, you don't know about Spencer Dinwiddie. He's
tall enough, he's long enough, he handles enough, he can shoot enough, he can finish at the hoop.
I might be a Dicey Nets fan.
I'm not mad at him saying it.
I might be a Dicey Nets fan.
I support this.
Finally, the man behind a recent rash of celebrity home break-ins got caught.
Oh, yeah, you got to hit the brakes.
Hit the brakes.
You definitely got to hit the brakes.
Okay, this dude who robbed Yasiel Puig, allegedly, I got to say allegedly for the journalists, robbed Yasiel Puig multiple times, robbed Rihanna, and robbed Robert Woods, all in Los Angeles, robbed a bunch of celebrities in Los Angeles. Do you know how he got caught?
How you get caught?
The police pulled him over. He had items from all of these people's homes in his car. What is he doing?
Well, he probably was just coming from a robbery.
But still, why do you have one from a robbery 2 weeks ago sitting in your trunk?
I would deem that somebody that needs to rob other individuals probably doesn't have a place to store those items. He may be living out of the car.
Do you know what the problem is? He's 19 years old. He doesn't know anything.
There you go.
That's really what it is.
No, it's not that. Can't take him home. Cannot take him home.
Oh, you think he still lives with his parents?
Got to live you up. There you go.
You know what I think is? I think he's kind of a fan. Like, I think he could break into other people's houses, but he likes breaking into celebrities' houses because he likes looking around. That's what I think.
Well, you ain't a fan if you break into.
Anybody ever broke into your house?
No.
You've never had someone break into your house?
No. And I've heard that 95% of break-ins occur either by somebody that physically has been there or knows somebody that's been inside your place.
When we come back, really interesting update on one of the more disgusting touchdown celebrations I've ever seen in my life. We'll explain.